And hello everyone, and welcome to Pathfinder Season 8. This time we are taking a nostalgic path. We recently passed our 2-year anniversary for Pathfinder on November 16th, and although we were a little late, this season is a bit of a throwback. We're doing teams of 3 in Season 1's beta terrain generation, as well as an edited version of Season 2's best PvE. In beta terrain, the world and cave terrain is generated as a replica of Minecraft Beta 1.7, which means decreased ore rates for the most part and weird and interesting generation. Additionally, after a few test games, we decided that sugarcane rates may be a little low in this version, so we're having them drop from leaves as an added bonus. As for best PvE, in this new version, all players will start off of the best PvE list and will be added back onto it once they get a kill. From then on, the game is normal as long as they don't take damage, and will earn an additional heart every 10 minutes. Credit to Brodio for coming up with that idea. This season, to make the teams a little bit more interesting, we've divided the 24 players into chronological teams of 3, so they are paired with players who played around the same time as each other. And now we are going to introduce the players before we set them all into teams. Coming back from Season 5, making that lovely song, Sid Garcia is back once again. Cool J1 is here once again, continuing to be top of the kill board, hopefully. Katie Lawson is here, telling me to fuck up and die. Mappy is here, ready to hopefully reclaim his title. Maximum 50 and Kevin MB continuing their full streak of playing. And here we have two old players back for the anniversary season. We have Limit DTW and 18Qs ready to rumble for Season 8. Katie also has a full streak, but she kind of missed Season 4, but she also kind of does. Congrats, thank you, Katie. Over here we have the Season 2 folk. We have Phased MC, Bree, and Emeric all here. Phased and Emeric are still keeping their streaks from when they joined. Bree is keeping a streak from last season. Thank you guys for showing up. Over here we have Season 3 folk, Casmic and Frostbreath. Thank you, special thanks to Casmic for building Joy of his spawn a lot, as well as Katie and Mappy. And thank you, Frost, for the team speak while you're here. Thank you, guys. Over here we have the lone soul of Zero playing, representing Season 4. Season 5, we're over here with Jake, Ripper, and Lord. Ripper and Lord, thank you so much for staying up, I appreciate it. Jake ready to stomp again, maybe. Season 6, unfortunately, the Australians could not be here today, or the Australians that were here from Season 6. So, rest in peace, BJ, Brody, and Larry. Over here at Season 7, we've got a variety of newcomers from that season. We've got Stenstone, came in second last season. Osha, Badfan, and 784, who's done a lot. He got us. He allowed us to use his server when we desperately needed one at the last second. So thank you so much, Ford. And over here we have our new players for this season. We've got Fairy Juice and James the Douglas. Welcome, guys. Thank you for stopping by. And now with all that out of the way, it's time. Oh, and myself, I'm here too. And with all that out of the way, it's time to reveal the teams. So, Frost, you can unmute everyone for this part. I want to hear everyone's reactions to these, although most of them are I think a lot of people probably already know some of their teams, but just to make, but just to add for a little bit more suspenseful fun.
Okay, you ready, kids?
Your channel was
Season 1 is the only actual randomization, really.
To be honest,
Here we go. Team 1. These are all people. These first 3 teams are all people from Season 1.
I'm gonna cry.
So prepare yourselves.
I'm prepared, trust me.
For hell. As the players in the first team are
No.
Q's, Mappy, and Maximum 50.
Alright.
Go team.
Max, no!
Sorry, Kevin.
Team 2. Team 2 is a little more interesting. Team 2 consists of the following players after randomizing it. Team 2 is Katie Lawson.
Well, I know what team I'm not watching.
Last time I teamed with 12 was Prepare for Domination, Katie Guy.
Which means that the final team randomized
I'm so sorry, Limit.
is myself, Sid Gun.
It's a
and Kevin. Let me just change that, sorry.
What a team.
There we go.
Oh.
The next team is probably kind of obvious because they're the only people from the season,
be.
but we gotta just for a little bit of suspense. The next team is, if you couldn't guess already, Bree, Emeric, and FaZe, the
Whoa.
season 2 players.
Oh god, I just realized what my team is. I'm not happy. Oh no.
Team number 5,
Oh,
as
Dom,
Kaznik
delete
has
all the
already
dogs.
figured out.
oh
Lost Breath,
no.
Kaznik, and Zero.
Wait, shut up, guys. I want to know what team I'm on.
Yeah, me too. If it wasn't obvious, again, the next team, I just did at Jacob. That was probably a mistake.
At Jacob.
I just got a notification on Twitter. Hold on.
The next team, for Team 6, is
Never mind, I
Jake,
lied.
Lord, and Ripper.
What?
Oh my
So
god.
things are going to get more interesting. The next team, Jake's had enough.
Who's ditching
Team
us?
7 consists of the following people.
What if
Team
you're the one
7
ditching
is
Bad
Bad Fan,
Oh.
Stone, and Osha,
Well, hey.
No swearing.
your
No
team.
swearing.
which means our final team is 78 Ford, Fairy Juice, and
Oh,
James
wow.
the
Wait,
Douglas.
Joe, before you set that team,
I
I've
got
a question.
Sten.
Ford, where is your Tanuki suit?
Oh,
Oh my god. Real season 6 player.
Ford, I'm
Hey
gonna
there,
give
Max.
you
Hey,
okay
how you
this
doing?
season.
As
Doing pretty
so,
good.
just explaining a few more game rules. The game will be 2 hours long, and then meetup. You, as usual, PvP will be enabled after 20 minutes. Apple rates are slightly increased, I believe. There's no strip mining or towering. However, players can roller coaster and poke hole slightly if they choose to, but don't overdo it. Fire aspect and flame are both disabled due to that's what the plugin has, and the Never is also disabled as in beta. There was nothing to gain from it, and to make sure no one cheats, Never has been disabled.
no.
And yeah, the last team standing wins. So yeah,
Able never, I quit the server.
we're now gonna fade into the intro. And guys, I really hope, thank you all for coming out. And sorry for the long wait since season 7, but I hope you guys all enjoy it.
Yeah, Joe, everybody's gay on this server now. That's what's being confirmed.
Guys, there's been a mutation.
That's no way to call me.
It's spreading.
Oh my god.
That makes so much sense. Okay, it's a mutation.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what's happening?
Jeez.
Dominic and Venny are
Season
gonna
5,
kill each
dude.
other. There'll be a team kill this season.
Where's
Lawson was
Shut
slain
up.
by Limit
We don't need
GW.
one.
I already got team killed last.
Can we be
recorded
Team
round. I
40,
don't wanna do
James?
that again.
Hey Sten, how
That's
was
pretty
Conviction
good,
UHC?
Who left the server? Oh, Lord.
I'm
coming, I'm coming.
Okay.
Lord, no, that's his Darcy. Pass it on.
I think I know where this is going.
no one likes you.
Are your teams okay?
That is true.
Did I do an okay job?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
good.
you did.
That was good.
Wait, did you mention beta zombies?
Shit.
Oh.
We'll do that later. No, we're not redoing the intro.
Someone's getting a phone.
That's me. Hold on.
Whoever makes the intro, can you have a black screen at the start that says also beta zombies?
In Comic Sans as well, just to make sure.
Yeah.
We're keeping this.
Right, I've got a plan this season, and it's called Kill Sid Garcia.
Alright, well everyone's
Good luck, everyone.
Everyone join me in the pool.
Dom, come paddle in the pool.
Okay.
with you.
I'm just gonna watch you guys.
Nihon, you're kind of late.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nihon spectator.
No, it's fine.
Nihon spectator.
Nihon Spectre.
I got that.
Fine.
Thank you for
Ripper.
staring.
I
hope you
love
have a
Chicago.
I got the sugarcane. Hello and welcome to Pathfinder UHC Season 8. We are the new boys of last season.
The new boys of last. I like that. That's our team name, right?
Yeah.
The new boys of last season.
It's like we're not quite the new boys anymore. Like we get to point and laugh at Fairy and James now. And it's like Ford's that, you know, he's the guy who drew the short straw and he has to like tour guide like the new boys.
I mean,
he's that person.
all I can say that it's nice to, for once, actually be able to, you know, be part of the entire process instead of joining 5 seconds before the intro starts.
Yeah, you were James the Douglas.
I was worse than James the Douglas last season.
Do you reckon you
the
were
third
even more
sub
last
for the
minute
same
than
team.
him? Wait, you were the third sub for the same team?
Yeah.
Were you?
I think you, yeah.
Because I thought Max and Ripper were a team all along, and then Ripper couldn't make it because something went wrong with his PC, and like because it was like 4 AM for him, he couldn't wake anyone up to help him fix it. And
Yeah,
then
somebody else
you.
joined, and their recording software.
Oh yeah, that was Zev, I think. Zev joined and
Yeah.
couldn't
And
play.
I eventually was asked, and then like 2 seconds later we were recording the intro, and I was like, "Well, what?"
I found it funny because like you hadn't been like totally incorporated into the redstone yet, so like when your team reveal happened, you didn't get teleported away, and you just started suffocating in like all the structures. It was funny.
Dude, I was part of 4 teams. It's my title first episode of Death Round.
I know you.
Oh my.
You get a bit of a taste of everything. So like,
It was interesting. That's for sharks.
so this is for everybody watching who may have skipped the intro, this is a chronological teams of 3 alongside beta terrain, so like this was generated in beta 1.7. So I don't know, wait, did one of you say you saw a temple? Because this is about 3 years before temples actually even existed.
Zero said he saw a temple. They saw a temple.
Oh for God's sake, Zero. And yeah, along with beta zombies. So like if we kill zombies, they should hopefully drop feathers. Oh shit, mobs. Be actually careful like when doing stuff because mobs are spawning on the surface. I can see like a creeper, a zombie, and 2 skeletons already.
Oh my.
That's pretty terrifying. It was funny in the test game for like the old attempt of this. I got blown up 3 times. Like I was stood on the surface answering questions about the game mode, and like I kept getting blown up every time I stopped to answer a question.
Oh, that feels bad.
I got 1 apple.
Yeah,
I have
oh,
4
got
already actually. I'm
my
surprised.
God.
I expected the rates to be a lot lower than this. Food would be nice though. I haven't experienced that luxury yet.
I
But
have some not cows, pigs right here.
Nice, but I haven't really left much from our spawn points. I wouldn't have expected to have found much yet. Oh, this has such a season 1 feel to it. It's nice.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
you know, because we were all here for that. So,
Right. I totally saw season 1.
do you even know what season 1 was, or who won,
Yeah.
or anything?
Me too. I remember season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, you know, the biggest Pathfinder fanboy. Like, I'm the one who's here because I spent 2 years trying to get into the round.
Oh,
I did
man.
not know it was a thing until, you know, 2 seconds before the intro last season. So
Thing is, because you're Casmic's success story, really, because like he always
Yeah.
tries to get loads of random people into Pathfinder, and you're the only one he's ever like successfully managed to get into the group, like people who no one else in the round knows for, but he's like, look, I promise you they're an amazing person.
I'm sure it was the kill.
Oh yeah.
Most likely.
It was
Oh
a good
my
shot.
FPS is choppy. Oh, I see a bunch of cows. There's cows and they're all swimming in water.
Oh man.
You know what you should do?
What? What should I do?
Slice them.
That is the next. That is the next step of this plan. Don't you worry.
No. No, please.
You slice them real good.
No. We don't need slaughtering, please. Oh, I forgot to do that.
Yes, we need slaughtering.
Oh no.
Oh my god! Literally, I think the like mob spawns are like different from the terrain, because there's this massive fucking pool of water and there's just horses swimming in the water, like in the middle. Like this is hilarious. There's hundreds of them. Well, 10 to be precise, but
The same thing.
yeah, right.
I make some frame issues.
Yeah, my recording's been lagging a little bit. There's not even any like villages or anything, like,
Oh, that's right.
or at least on the match post it said there were no. Wait, are you?
There shouldn't be.
So for those of you who saw the intro and missed the small part about beta zombies, we also have beta zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, it's best PvE as well.
But we don't have to worry about taking damage though, because like,
It's different. Though.
everybody
I don't
starts
really know.
off the best PvE list, so like you have to get a kill to get on it to start with.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's going to prove that effective, because anybody who's fighting is probably going to find people fairly quickly. I doubt there'll end up ever being many people on the best PvE list, like, by the time it actually gets to
I
a
won't
fight.
lie, I still don't really know what best PvE.
Okay, so there's a list called the best PvE list, and
Yeah.
every 10 minutes it cycles, and if you're on the best PvE list, when it cycles, you get an extra heart. So like if you're on 10 hearts, it goes up to 11 hearts. So like you get 1 extra potential heart and 1 regen. So like
Yeah.
even if you're on 7 hearts and like your max health is 10, like you heal to 8 and your max health goes to 11.
Exactly. So that's it.
Yeah.
There's no other side effects.
No.
No.
Okay.
Unless you get hit, then
Yeah.
you're gonna be taken off the.
That's the thing, yeah. You take damage, you go off the best PvE list, you get a kill, you go back on it. Difference with this is though, like you don't start on it, like as in you just have to get a
Taking
kill.
Damage, just anything?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take
PvE, PvE,
yeah,
anything?
you take damage and you're off the list. That's how it works.
I see.
But usually everybody starts on the list, and as soon as you take damage, you're removed. And this, like, everybody starts off it, which sort of takes the pressure off, really, because in a best PvE recorder round, if you take damage really early on, like your season's over. Especially since in season 2, which was like the last best PvE season, Goodger and like there were 4 players. I'm pretty sure it was Joey and Bree, and then American Goodger, and they had like 24 hearts each. Come meet up.
Yeah, that sounds kind of rough.
Like, and that's the reason bookshelves are now disabled. Like, American Goodger won without any diamond armor at all. Like, because they just had like full Proj 4 iron armor. Like they each had like 25 hearts with like, and when people were shooting them, it was doing like half a heart per hit.
Oh.
So they would have had to have been shot like 50 times to be killed.
There's like all kinds of mobs on the servers, and I don't like it.
Yeah, the mobs on the surface. Does it seem quite dark to you? I don't know if it's just a pack I'm using or something, but like it doesn't feel like it's daytime. It sort of feels a bit dusky. I don't know. I might dig
No, I
down.
don't have any issues.
I don't know what the cave generation or anything like that
I
is
think
like
the
in this.
beta caves are more interesting.
Are they? If they're more
I-
interesting, why did they get rid of them? Haha.
Why?
Ooh.
Why does Mojang do anything they do?
Okay, that is another very good point.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Okay.
So
team, we can-
where are you guys?
I'm
Do you
just
wanna go
digging
caving
down,
together, or no?
No, I don't think caving together is all that productive. Unless it turns out mob rates are like that bad, I wouldn't advise it.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh, is it /TC? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. No one's run that far. I think I've run the far. Actually, no, I'm not. I can see our spawn trees from where I am, so I've definitely not run that far. Oh, I hear water.
I'm like at spawn, basically.
I think I ran a bit away from spawn.
Were
but not too far.
mine shafts in at this version?
I don't think so.
Was anyone actually
No.
playing Minecraft in beta? Like,
Yeah,
I was
played
playing
Minecraft
beta.
since December 2010.
fuck it. Alright, you guys have been around a bit. I joined in 1.2.5 was my first version, so this is before my time.
I think beta 1.6 or 7 was when they introduced the nether lapis and birch trees.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it was.
And it
I
took
don't know
like
if it was 1.6 or 1.7 though.
And
Or
it took
so,
like years after that until Lapis actually did anything useful.
Yes, but you know those are the like birch spruce.
Frost.
Oh
no.
shit!
Oh my god, GG.
We lost
Holy
Frost,
crap.
Oh, man.
Already?
That was like.
I
10
see
minutes
diamonds
in.
already, guys.
Wait, do you?
I'm in a cave and I see diamonds, yeah.
Well, GG.
I thought ooh.
I got reeds and leather as well. I can just get us enchanted right away if you guys feel like it.
I would say go for it.
Sounds good.
It might have been an invisible creeper.
Oh. Well, if it was something like that, he should definitely get respawned. Definitely respawn, yeah. Right.
I don't have any food.
Oh, you can come to me if you want and get some food. I've got 14 pork, 26 beef, and 10 chicken, so I am more than set over here. So yeah, feel free.
Oh god, but it's dark out now.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, there were loads of mobs on the surface at daytime, so I dread to think what it's gonna be like at night.
Oh, it's gonna be. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's gonna be very nice. Are you gonna starve, like, if you don't come? Like, is it that desperate?
I have 5 haunches.
Oh, and like no food at all.
Well, I have apples.
I mean, you can eat those in an emergency, because the apple rates don't seem that dire, so...
We can just get more if
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
If you need to eat it, then.
These games are long. These games are long. We don't need to worry about things like that all that much at this stage. I don't feel like.
Oh, also, this is no 0-0 as well.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
It was supposed to be, but after the test game, I think they voted to change it.
Oh, gotcha.
Because they wanted a bit of early
Cows and
PvP, and I
water.
think best PvE. Because like, well, especially with the best PvE thing, a game mode which discouraged PvP entirely seemed a bit counterproductive.
Hmm.
I'm just killing these cows, just murdering their faces. Die, cow, die!
Oh. Feels bad.
I'm using a pack, and I quite like it, but it's Fulbright, and I don't want to use a pack with Fulbright in a recorded round because I feel like if I don't torch up my caves, I'm gonna die. So I
Die, yeah.
might change it up quickly.
I'm gonna do that actually.
I actually talked to some people about Fulbright in recorded rounds and basically told them that I don't want to use it and I don't really like it when my teammate uses it because it makes the caves unlit.
Oh yeah, it's risky, really risky. I don't like it.
Alright, yeah.
I didn't know the pack was Fulbright. I downloaded it about 10 minutes before I play, and it happens to be. Oh, I hate disabling Fulbright, and you see how like dark the cave actually was, and you think Jesus Christ, was I actually playing with like in this darkness before? And it kind of terrifies me.
Okay, I got some food. I won't come to you then.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't bother. I
I've
just
got
get
12
get
things.
underground quickly.
Yeah, I'm moving a little bit. Found some cows and then
Come on, I want to get
Okay.
full iron as quickly as possible here.
yeah, I got some iron as well. I dug down the first time and there was like an instant vein of iron, so
Also, I'm really bad at remembering where I've been in caves, so like, if I use Fulbright, I find myself just exploring where I've already been a lot. I don't know if anybody else has that issue.
I've never used Fulbright, so not really.
Oh, alright, fair enough. I don't like using it, like, I still use torches in public games unless the pack I'm using happens to just have it anyway.
Honestly, I barely even use resource packs.
Oh, that's fair enough. I've never been a fan of default though.
I've never been a fan of anything but default.
Not even like, I don't know, Faithful or any of those very vanilla-ish packs. No, fair enough.
I'm loyal, I guess. I like better
He
word.
likes his traditional ways, my man.
I'm traditional, yes. Are you guys using Optifine?
Yes.
Well, what? take in consideration what Joe just said.
What? Wait, what did he say?
The invisible creeper thing might be a problem with Optifine.
Oh, I'll take my chances. Frost got respawned, so I feel like if it does happen to anyone else, then they'd probably get respawned. Well, I suppose it depends when in the game it is. Oh my god, these caves are ridiculous.
That's better for you. When caves were actually still nice to explore and you could, you know, move farther than 2 centimeters.
I mean, they're a lot bigger, but they're a fuck lot scarier.
Well, yeah.
Which is nice, but
It's not gonna be
higher
easy
risk
now,
of
is it?
dying. Well, it's still like 1.8 mobs, it's just the terrain. If it was like this with like, you know, the old mobs and how hard they used to be, then I would be pretty terrified right now. As soon as I get some armor going, I
Okay,
feel
at least
pretty...
It's not 1-9 plus
I found 2
skellies.
veins of diamonds already. I haven't mined either of them yet, I will do that ASAP.
How many are there?
I don't know yet.
If it's 5, I might just head over to you anyway.
You're welcome to do that if you want. Right, the first vein is being mined. Right, the first vein is 6.
Oh, Katie, you are special. Yay, I found some more iron.
Literally, there's a lot of gold in my cave as well, by the way.
I've not found a cave yet, so...
I'm doing very well in caving.
Well, and that's the thing I need from my teammates, for them to find the stuff, because I'm notoriously horrible at finding diamonds.
Right, well I'll make the diamond pick right away, I suppose. There's no reason for me not to. I have the stuff for the enchant table. I guess I'll smelt up some food as well whilst I'm here. Because again, might as well.
So... how has your guys' week been?
My weekend has been... I hate having RRs on Sunday evenings because I sort of just spend my whole weekend looking forward to the round. And then it makes my weekend go faster. And since I have lots of exams next week, that's not what I wanted.
Ah, I see. Well, did you study for your exams?
Yeah, I have. I've done a bit. I'm mainly doing it on a day-to-day basis. Like, as in, because I've got 10 this, like, next week. Like, I'll be doing all my stuff for the exam the next day, like, the day before. Because when I've got that many different subjects, there's no point doing, like, loads of stuff for each one all in one go, because I'll just forget it all and get them all confused with each other.
Holy shitballs. I closed out of Chrome like a little while ago to try and up my frame rate. My frame rate is 600 right now. I've never had that.
I didn't realize you were gone, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought I yelled it quickly enough, but I was putting away food really quickly.
No, you definitely did not let us know about that.
Oh well.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. You're off the hook.
It's horrible. Unforgivable.
Oh no. I must die for my sins.
Yes, you shamed us.
Oh, feels bad. So, have you guys been doing some interesting commentary?
Oh yeah. We've just been talking about my... Sten's been saying how I should be revising for my studies.
I've been telling you to be
Oh my
good
god.
and smart about it.
The amount of zombies.
Kill them, they drop feathers.
They're still fucking. Ah!
Oh.
You sound like you're having a good time there.
Yeah, that was all good.
Oh no, I'm being killed by invisible mobs.
Oh. I think
Are you
I'll back
sure
myself
you don't
in.
wanna turn off Optifine?
Oh, I'm being. Joey, I'm being killed by in.
Yeah, you might have to relog.
Yeah, I'm about to die here. Yeah.
Well then.
Oh.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a little video I just wanted to make to end off my season of Pathfinder Season 8. As you can see, I cut off my footage pretty soon after I died there, and there's a reason for that because I didn't feel like the actions that I had, my reaction and actions at the time really reflect how I want this sort of situation to be remembered, because obviously this was recorded a month and a half ago, and how I feel about the situation now in hindsight is obviously very different to the way I dealt with it at the time, in the initial anger of dying in such an unfortunate way for a recorded round, which I'm very excited to play because Pathfinder means a lot to me, and it's my favourite recorded round to play, and was my favourite to watch before I get added to it. And obviously looking forward to a season for a very long time, and then dying to a known glitch is, going to be quite upsetting. So obviously my actual emotions at the time sort of impaired my judgment on how I handled the situation, and in turn who I blamed for the situation. I didn't start raging in chat telling people to fuck off or anything, but I was very toxic about the situation, and ended up, after the season had all played out, expressing how upset I was about the situation to Joey, both through the Pathfinder Discord in front of everyone else in the round, and then furthermore to him through DMs. And the way I handled the situation in both of those instances was not right, and I feel very bad for how I acted. It wasn't anger or rage or anything, but it was just, I feel like I made Joey to feel bad about the situation, and I made him blame himself, which at the time I felt was right, because I did consider it to be his fault at the time, but I realised, in the situation, what he could have done at the time, there wasn't much else that he could have done, and I failed to see that with my initial reaction, for which I am deeply sorry. So yeah, obviously this is the end of my season. It's just one episode, unfortunately. It sucks to have ended that way, but you can't win them all, and next time, if any of you are ever playing a recorded round and you get told there's a glitch and to turn off Optifine, don't take the chance, because I'm pretty sure very few people actually proceeded to turn off Optifine afterwards. There were a lot of people who did as I did and chose to take the risk and ignore the advice, and never actually ran into any problems. I was just the unfortunate one who got caught out by this issue after it had been identified by the group, and I was the one who was made to pay for that. So yeah, just a word of advice. Yeah, make sure you turn off Optifine if you're told to. There's probably a good reason for it. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention in my chat. I suppose my initial argument at the time was that, well, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't see, it be said, turn off Optifine now because you wouldn't get respawned. I guess I just brushed it off and thought, oh, well, if it happens again, they're not going to be so mean as to not respawn you, especially how it happened right at the end of episode 1. I thought maybe I would get respawned, but obviously that never happened. And I respect now Joey's reason for doing that. Sorry for rambling on a bit. I just felt like, rather than letting people see how I reacted at the time, I just wanted to explain myself now a bit better. If you want to see what was said in the chat, feel free to go and watch anyone else's video, or my teammates if you want to see my voice reaction at the time. But yeah, I just wanted to keep that off my YouTube channel because I just felt I was very bitter, and that's not how I want it to be remembered. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this season of Pathfinder Season 8, and I will see you in the next one.